Well, what a great week for Ole Miss athletics. For that to happen on, the national stage with such an effervescent, rowdy crowd right here on our campus. I mean, I'm so happy we beat Missouri last Wednesday on the SEC network. All right. Maybe we can have a big enough win this year that fans will rush the court and tear down our net standards like they did the goalpost. Probably a little bit cheaper to replace. And, it seemed like I wish we would have played Alabama this weekend. It seemed like the right weekend for that. I want to congratulate Coach Mott and Coach Freeze on a great weekend by both of them. So last Wednesday we hosted Missouri, and like what was already said, they were coming in as the defending SEC champions. They had a 20-match SEC winning streak going on. I didn't even know that before the match. It's probably good. We had a really good week of practice. I kind of felt like it was inevitable that we were going to play well, especially with being at home. And then we won in a sweep. The biggest momentum change was the second set. We had come back in the first set to end the set on a 5-1 run. And then we got to the second set. We were down 22-16. Called my second and final timeout. And when I got home and discussed that with my wife later about the timeout, she said, "Yeah, I was wondering why you even called that." So she was being critical of my coaching. And I think there's times too, as coaches, we wonder, it's just kind of like, well, I'll do it, I've got one, so I'll burn it and try to regroup and maybe have some momentum. If not at the end of that set, just to kind of rally the troops to be ready for the rest of the match. But we came out and just went on a tear. We ended the set on a 9-1 run, and it was led by Taylor Alexander. She had 4 blocks in those 9 points. And I think the biggest difference in the match in every set was that it was the most poise that I had seen our team have late in each set. Every time it got to the 20s, we never panicked. I think some of the youth on Missouri showed they made some critical mistakes that helped us, and then we also played really well at the end of each set and then got the sweep. So, one thing with Taylor, she's had the opportunity to start in our first 3 SEC matches, and one thing that she's kind of taken from that, is that, great moments are born from great opportunity. And she's taken advantage of that opportunity. And with that, she was named this week SEC Freshman of the Week. And I believe, have we only had 1 week that we haven't had a player, maybe 1 or 2? But it seems like every week we've got somebody, and I don't know that anybody's been a repeat winner yet. So that's really nice for us. It shows our depth. It shows that we've had different players show up at different times to help us win. We head to Arkansas on Wednesday, and it's another opportunity for us to play a good SEC team on the road. They're going to be coming in mad. They were 2-0 going into the weekend. They lost, I think, 17-15 to LSU in the 5th set on Sunday. And that's one of I know it's probably been said a few times, but it's just so great for us to have the SEC network, not only for us as coaches to sit around and scout a little bit, but I've had more people this week talk about how they saw us play Missouri on TV, whether it recruits or people in Oxford. We went to eat lunch on Thursday, the day after the match, and when I walked in, the manager said, "Hey, you're the volleyball coach for Ole Miss, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Hey, we got your game on replay going on right now on the TV." So it's just neat. It gives us a lot of exposure, gives soccer a lot of exposure to other sports besides, the main ones, and it's been really good for us.